My name is Ron Stoner. I am a West Virginia Baptist pastor. I want to tell you the story of a teen boy from our church youth group who received Christ as his Savior and Lord at Camp Cowan. He was a teenager who had come to our youth group for some time but had not made any commitment to Christ. It was coming up toward the summer, and I was inviting the youth of our youth group to come to Camp Cowan. And so we invited him, and he said that he didn't want to go because he didn't think he would know anybody there except for maybe a few of the girls from our youth group. But he wouldn't know any boys, and he'd feel out of place. So he almost said no to going. But with the girls urging him and encouraging him, telling him how much fun he would have if he went, he finally decided to go. When he got there, he became part of a group of boys that lived in a cabin together. And it was not long before they were just as a band of brothers. They were buddies, they were friends. Also, it was a presidential election year that year, and one of the things that this camp did, and they were a very creative bunch of students at the camp, they had decided they were going to hold a presidential election for the camp, and that they would elect a Mr. President for the camp. And it ended up that this young man ran for and ended up elected to Mr. President at as almost a popularity contest thing for being well liked in the camp. And this was the boy who was afraid to go because he felt like he wouldn't know anybody. During that week, when the night of the what we call consecration service came, and we were given invitations to receive Christ as Savior and Lord, and this young man came up to me and he told me what was on his heart, and I got to listen. I listened to him and talked with him, and I got to listen to him as he prayed to ask Jesus Christ to be his Savior and his Lord. But I wanted to tell you that story to let you know that that week at camp began a new life for him. It began many lasting friendships, and the most important of those friendships is that friendship with Jesus Christ. This teenage boy's name is Robert Lee Ely. Many of you will know him as Rob Ely, who has been director of the camp since then, leader for West Virginia Baptist Youth, who has been leader for Baptist Campus Ministry for West Virginia Baptist. He works with a ministry in Northeast India that often goes to teach and train those who work with youth. But I thought it might be interesting for you to hear just that bare beginning of this teenage boy's Christian life, the one who had decided that, almost decided that he wouldn't go to camp because he didn't know anybody. So we'd encourage you to consider being a part of the West Virginia Baptist Camp and its ministries.